We now return to Best of 7 Sports Talk on T7M Radio.
Speaking of the king, speaking of LeBron James, J.O. Muggy, I really want to lock into this topic before we get up out of here, man. This is really an opinionated opinion, but I feel like Skip Bayless, him and LeBron James' name seems to intertwine to a level of destruction, obsession, disrespect. Do y'all feel or see any type of hate, or do you feel like Skip Bayless hates LeBron James?
No, I just think he just bullying LeBron because LeBron not a big time winner, so he just gonna keep bullying him off that fact alone.
Well, Skip is Skip an MJ fan, and Skip is kind of older too, so he's kind of like Skip Prime was around MJ time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think that Jordan is better than LeBron, but I think he's just holding on to that, and I don't know, that could be kind of what makes him go so hard. Just he holding on to that and not really wanting to give credit to the newer generation, probably.
But the disrespect is just out of this world, and you don't see it really with any other player in the NBA. And he really tries to disrespect LeBron, but that's the only name that you could put in the conversation with Jordan. Like Skip Bayless, to me, he's a great writer, great commentator. I don't want to take nothing away from what he's done before. I'm not really a big fan of him as far as being a analyst. I don't think he's great at, breaking down games and stuff like that. But his approach to LeBron, over these almost 17 years, man, has just been disrespectful. It's just been obsessive. And I just feel like, okay, if you're going to be honest and carry it like that, that's type of energy for a podcast or something. You on national TV tearing this man down constantly, making millions, getting new contracts off of tearing this man down like that. It's crazy.
I feel like you can't mention this without also mentioning his counterpart on the show, Skip.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
But even before, even with ESPN, with First Take, Skip has been a major LeBron hater.
Man, everybody can't be a LeBron stan, man. Everybody
come on.
I think it's probably more. I think it's more Shannon just on his head about LeBron all the time.
No. If you go back to First Take with Stephen A. and I mean, you can go back to Cold Pizza with Skip's first show. Like, he's always been on LeBron case. Some of the stuff Skip was saying, it was facts. But to me, it's just weird because I just don't see that energy with nobody else. And when it comes to stats,
he's also a KD fan.
And he talk incomplete. He'll always reference what LeBron didn't do, but he never give LeBron credit for what he did do. He'll always talk about the finals versus Dallas or the finals he lost versus the Spurs. But he won't credit him for beating the 3-1, being down 3-1.
He can't give no LeBron. He can't give LeBron credit in front of a guy that has on a LeBron jersey with a goat mask on. You know what I'm saying? You can't give LeBron no credit.
I don't think that Skip Bayless hates LeBron James. I don't think that he hates him. I think J.O. made a good point. But if there was reasons why Skip Bayless does hate LeBron James, I would probably say one of them, like you said, Muggy, would be Shannon Sharp, having to sit across someone that's praising him that much consistently.
Shannon Sharp on there with Swisher Sweets and cognac, talking about GOAT James all day, every day. Come on now.
Yeah, that probably could rub Skip the wrong way. We know Skip is old school. Another big reason why I think that Skip, if he does have an issue or hate LeBron James, is LeBron won't say Skip name. LeBron James refuses to address Skip Bayless by name.
I never realized that.
And J.O., this is something that you can definitely respect. We go back, I blame all this on Allen Iverson, because when we go back to the days when AI was playing with Denver, him and Carmelo did the interview, and he brought up how Skip Bayless was the only person he really wanted to, change his mind, because Skip used to criticize him, and Skip was the only person that he listened to. And Skip got big-headed off of that type of shit. And I'm like, yo, Allen, why would you give this man that much credit?
You the one gave Iverson, me, myself, and Iverson names.
Yep.
He gave him that name.
Yep.
I think listening to an interview with Stephen A. Smith on All the Smoke, historically, a lot of reporters have done that, you know, and that's kind of what Stephen A says kind of sets him apart and how he's developed relationship with a lot of players, because a lot of these reporters do go out, you know, trying to always put, you know, use certain guys' names in their statements, or putting out, you know, different comments, or always looking for every little thing to criticize them about, and just to get a response out of them, and, you know, kind of up themselves even. I mean, Skip doesn't need that, but of course, but you know, historically, that is kind of like a pattern.
And the third reason, you just brought it up, Muggy. I think Skip, in a sense, is on the wrong side of history. When you talk about social media, you talk about the new millennium, people are talking about LeBron being a GOAT. Like you said, Skip is Jordan's guy.
Right.
So he going to do everything possible to keep that narrative that way. And when the Last Dance documentary came out, I know Skip was shit happy.
Oh, of course. I mean, because it helped push his narrative even further.
Yep.
Man. Skip the GOAT.
Skip is the GOAT.
Skip
Bayless.